Hello my lovelies, I hope you've been doing well. Today's video is very exciting. I'm always excited every year to talk about this because I can yap all day about planners, but it's a Techo kaigi for 2025 and 2026 kind of video. If you're new here or don't know what a Techo kaigi is, it's a Japanese term which meant planner meeting. So essentially every year, every end of year, you have a planner meeting with yourself where you sit down and you evaluate your current system. You figure out what's working, what's not working, and then you plan for the next year and what you want to do with your planner system. So that's the gist of Techo kaigi. I've seen it being called the journal ecosystem as well, so I call them both, but Techo kaigi has my heart, so I'll be using probably mostly Techo kaigi. If you didn't watch that video where I actually went through my whole planner meeting, planner setup, planner planning, this sounds so weird, planner planning, I made some printables for you basically. So there's 3 pages in those planner, well, 2 A4 pages, and then you just cut it by half because I did it for my plotter, which is an A5 plotter, to write down. It's a nice size to write down all those things. So if you didn't know that this printable exists, it's free and you can download it for free. I will link the accompanying video down below. Just want to get that out there because when I'm coming to you with this, I've already done my due diligence of reviewing what works for me last year and all my needs, and then eventually planner research and what I want to use. So when I come to this video, I already know what I want, what the systems that I want, and all this is already done before the Techo kaigi. If you want the breakdown of that and how I did all this, maybe watch that video first and then come back. But this video, I will reiterate why I choose a certain planner. It's just if you want to see the journey through from that perspective, then you can go there first and then go here. I'll link it back from that video to this video as well, so then you can come back after you watch that if you choose to watch that. Okay, that's just a very brief introduction to the Techo kaigi and to the printables that I have from another video. Like I said, it's all free, so if you came into this video not knowing what you want to do for your planner next year, then I hope this is helpful because it helps you break down your needs. And I made this because I feel like sometimes you will see this later and there's a sample of it where you will get planner because you like the planner and not because you have a use for it. With this, you actually figure out what you need first, and then you figure out what planner is out there, and then you match them up. So hopefully you're more intentional and what you get is actually what you need. I'm trying really hard to do that this year, but I actually did something on like this in a Notion. So actually, if you're more of a digital person, I also have a Notion template that does this. It's also free. So I will link the video that has those Notion template from last year as well down below. So if you're more of a digital person, you can use that one as well. So okay, I feel like I yapped a little bit too much already, so I'm just gonna go into my 2025 lineup. Okay. This is my 5-year journal, my DIY 5-year journal, and to be honest, I'm not sure when I showed you this, so I'm gonna put this in the 2026 pile, even though I've used it on the 2025, which is kind of weird. I kind of like I added it halfway through the year. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add it in because I did do it this year, so it includes that lineup, even though that's something I started in the middle of the year. So essentially, we didn't start the year with it. Also missing in this is my work planner, which is not here because I cannot find it. I haven't been using it for half the year, so I'm not sure where it went. But essentially, it's a Muji horizontal planner where I just write down focuses and things for work. Didn't really work. I was mostly in digital, so next year, depending on what I do at work, I might not do a planner, but we'll see. Because if you watch the previous few videos that I have, you know that I'm currently jobless. Lady of leisure. But anyway, I'm currently jobless, so I wouldn't be comfortable getting a planner until I know what I'm going to do for my job. So work planner wise, it's not here. So anyway, I just want to caveat with that. but I'm gonna get started. So my main planner for this year is another Take a Note. I was in this for 2 years, as in like I was in this last year and I'm in this year as well. It's been great. Like in the beginning, as you can tell, in the beginning I was really diligent about decorating a lot of stuff so it looks way more nicer, and every week I would change the color of the ink just because it was fun and stuff. And then I fell off around, when is it, like I stopped decorating maybe here, so June, middle of the year, I stopped decorating, and then eventually I didn't even change the color of my pen anymore. It's because I got obsessed with my Jinhao 10, but from here until nearly the end it was from one pen, and it was very simple. I changed it into another color, like when was this, September, but essentially for 3 months I was using the same color. I really like the color and I really like the pen, but as you can see I fall off on some of them as well. This is the funny thing, I've always set up the first page, but then when I get busy I don't even set up for the second page, right? But this is always filled up. This is basically, let me take you to a page that is a bit more filled. So the way I'm using this is, where's the one that's like I was still into it? Okay, so firstly, this section usually has my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It doesn't always track. Sometimes I'm lazy to track it down, and that's fine. I mean, I don't have to be consistent for every single little thing. As long as the important ones gets filled. That's how I'm treating this. And then this section, it changes. Like sometimes these are because I was deep in market prep. This is basically what I did for the market prep. And then some of these pages also has my health notes, I think. Oh yeah, over there, see, low blood pressure. Sometimes I note down when I'm not feeling like too great. Like this one, this is all health. And then this was my cleaning log. So I've used it for a lot of different things, basically depending on what I need tracking, and I find that that's useful. But then half of the time it's always empty, which is fine. I'm not a stranger to empty planner pages, because you use it however you want, and I just want to be transparent that my planner is purely functional, and if I get busy sometimes I don't write too much into it, but it's okay. For me it's okay, because as long as I know what I get up to during the day, I'm fine with it. So usually in the beginning of the week I like to set my focus. So these 3 are my focus of the week, and then things that I'm waiting on and things that I need to buy. So sometimes it's grocery list, sometimes it's other things. And then what I like to do is to compartmentalize my to-do list. So for this, you see that there's a shop to-do, there's like social media to-dos, and then there's a personal to-dos, and then there's habits. And this section is on and off, but sometimes I track my shop orders, my purchases, and the wins and struggles. For me, it's really good to track wins and struggles, because the thing is, it's so easy for you to not recognize the things that you've done well or the things you struggle with. So I try to fill it up, but it doesn't always work, right? But also sometimes this changes. Like lately, is it this week? Yeah, lately, because I've been looking for jobs, the habit sections becomes another to-dos, which is just for job hunting. So it's nice for me that it's can be anything, and you can just change it depending on how you need. This is why I like the 10, because it's so easy to customize. I also have a video of why I really like the Take a Note. There's little things like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like lines on here that are darker than other lines that divided by 2 and divide the top a little bit. And I like those because that makes customizing it so much easier. Like, this is why it's easy for me to divide this into 2, because there's like a thicker line down the middle. I really love this planner. If you're interested in finding out more of why the take a note is great and I love it so much, I will also link a video down below where it's like a haul for this year, but I also took you through why I love it so much, because back when I filmed that, I've already used it for an entire year and then I'm using it again for the next year. So it's like a love letter because I love this planner. But I'm hoping if you're on the fence but getting like a take a note, then that might help. So I'll link it down below as well if you're interested. It's been working great. I don't really want to change anything about it. Spoiler alert, I'm not getting it for next year, but not because I don't love it, just because I have a planner that I want to use already that I didn't have to purchase. So that's what happened. But anyway, really love this planner. Would get it again. I just find it so versatile and everything, and I just really love it. So the meow illustration was meant to be my memory keeper, but surprise, it's empty. I actually haven't been on this at all this year. I wanted to catch up, but essentially I couldn't, because I was busy this year with work and everything, but also because I started a new 5-year. So in the beginning of the year, this is what I was going to do. Things like this, right? Little write-ups. But I actually really miss it now that I took a flip on this, because some of these spreads looks really nice. Like that one looks so nice. But anyway, this is what I was intending for it to do in the beginning, even though I don't think I even finished this. I think I'm up to like something really close, maybe like September, October, I think. October was my last one, yeah. Well, I even started decorating, but I didn't write. But anyway, this was what I was intending it to be, but I didn't end up doing this. Instead, my memory keeping is now on my 5-year journal. So what I do is, this is the Stylogy 365. It's for a whole year. It's like an old one that I've gotten from my last trip to Japan, which is like 8-9 years ago. So it's an old one, but I'm glad that now I actually have a purpose for it. This is inspired by Kate from Sairai, who does her own 5-year, and I was like, you know what, that's brilliant, because I've always wanted a 5-year. However, it's just the fact that it looks the same for the 5-year, right? I get bored a lot. So if I just have to write like, and then the layout's the same, I know 100% that I'm gonna fall off. So instead, what this lets me do is I get to do a little bit of collage, and then I get to write. So it's been really fun. I'm not up to date at all. I think I'm like up to like June. Is it June or something for writing? I think I'm up to June for writing, but for decorating wise, I think I'm up to like September or something like that. So this is, which one's my last one? This is my last spread, so there's that much left. So I think I'm around maybe August, September-ish. So I'm still behind, but this one is nice because next year, this is the thing that the first time I did it was like, okay, I'm gonna put 1 PT tape per year. But the thing is, if it's just 1 PT tape and a little date, I think I'm gonna get bored of it, because it doesn't look pretty for the first year. So I started doing a little bit of collage. Like most of them are either 2 or 3 elements, and then next year I can either start a new section, or I can add to it if it's like if it feels not complete enough. But I've been really liking this, and I'm gonna take it to next year as well, obviously, because it's a 5-year journal. So that will stay, and I'm so excited to be in here again, even though I am always behind. But you know what, it's okay to always be behind. The key is to always make sure that you have a planner where you jot down all your memories. Like for me, the take a note, it always have all these memories, so it's just enough for me to jog back what happened, kind of thing. So when I have to move it, even though I'm like 3-4 months behind, I still remember what's happening, or else I can just rewrite it down, and that's no biggie. So those two are the ones that I was in the most. This one didn't really get used to. This one is a commonplace, and I actually figured that I need more space than this, actually, because it was like, you know, it was meant to be only that side, and then I started doing that, and I didn't like that very much. I like it when it was like that, but I'm gonna have to repurpose it again because I really love this little journal. But for commonplace wise, maybe for quotes and stuff I can do it because it's small. But when it starts getting longer, like this, look at this, it's barely fitting. So I started a new commonplace in my ring binder. I'll get through it when we get to the 2026 section. But anyway, that's that. And this one has most of my like planning stuff. So it has this goal planner. I will also link, this is actually printable as well. I will link it down, the video where I do it. I think I did take you through it, if I'm not wrong, earlier this year. So I'll take you to that video where I'm doing it. But it's basically every quarter I do a quarter task list and quarter review, just to make sure I keep myself accountable of the plans that I have, kind of thing. So that's staying there, as well as all my like other trackers. So this one usually stays at home because I don't want to take it out because I'm scared that it's gonna get scruffy, even though when I received it, it's a little bit wonky already. So I shouldn't really be precious about it because it's already wonky anyway. But anyway, so those are my lineup for 2025, plus a war planner that didn't get used too much. So don't worry, you're not missing out on anything because I'm not showing it, because I just can't find it. I think I haven't used it for the last half of the year, so I don't even know where I put it. But anyway, so that's my 2025 lineup. And I'm going to just move it into 2026. These are coming with me to 2026, and this one I'm leaving behind. This one might become like a quote, kind of like notebook, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. So these are my lineup for 2026. I'm not taking out all my travels notebook because there's not a lot of things that happen to them. That still have most of the things that I said last year, and I didn't really touch them very much. I'm hoping it will change this year because I'm dedicating one in my travels notebook for, like, you know, ephemeras and all other like things that I want to journal more, because this is not a lot, right? Because the thing is, if you have to fit 5 different years in here, it becomes really small. So if I want to journal a little bit more and I want to paste all the ephemeras, I'm doing an empty. This is basically not the one that I was going to use, but I'm just saying that I was going to do an empty mixed paper journal just for collaging for random like memories and stuff. So the TNs are coming back. Let's get started on my 2026 lineup. So I have 2 planners actually, which is very interesting because I don't usually have more than one. And if you're a part of the channel for a long time, you know I've always said that, hey, I can only be in one planner because I just needed to be in one. Everything else can be compartmentalized, but my planner has to be in one book. Well, this year I'm doing something a little bit different, you know. So my goal planner, I want to be better at planning my goals and everything. I got this. This is actually the 2025 version, and I got it mid-year when it was like a really good price. See, it's 2025. Even though I'm using it for the 2026, it was a really good price. It was $10 for the whole book. So I was like, you know what, I will just redate it. This one has a really good chunk in the beginning. Let me show you. Like, this whole thing is basically for planning your goals and things like that. And because I want to be more serious about my goals next year, so I'm going to be doing this earlier. So maybe sometime in November I will start doing this. I'll take you along with me and make a video of that. But because this is very extensive, I want to use it as a goal planner. And basically the way I'm seeing it is I will plan on this, and then this one, which is my yearly planner from Mosseri, this one will have the to-dos day to day. So I will break it down in here, and every month, every week I'll kind of put in things in here, and then we'll transfer over to this planner. This is my day-to-day planner. I don't know how good this is gonna work, but I accidentally already have both, so I might as well use both. But I'm also redating my goal planner, because essentially in the beginning I wanted to use this for my planner for 2026, but the thing is, it doesn't work with me having to add like compartmentalized to-dos, which is really important to me. Whereas for this one, it's much easier because they have this. Let me get you my iPad where I've actually drafted some of how I'm gonna use it. Okay, so if I take you here into my iPad, I've taken a picture of this journal just so I can do a little bit of sketching kind of thing. I 100% recommend doing this before getting a planner. Usually you can get this spread kind of like picture from the website, right? Because they usually have it to list things. It's really good to trial if what you are thinking of are going to work. Like maybe do it for a few weeks to see if you're comfortable with the layouts and things like that. But I like doing this, and especially because the website usually already has this. You just have to either like, you know, put it into your tablet and scribble over it, or your phone if you don't have a tablet, or you can print it out and scribble over it if you're more of an analog person. I'm usually quite happy with digital like this, just as long as I know it's going to work later down the line. So this is going to be my focus. Like, you know, I like to have 3 focus and what I'm waiting for, and then my shop and my social media and my personal to-dos, and then my wins and struggles and my habits. And then this one, like I don't know what to use it for just yet, but it has like a drama, which is like, do I want to write down like little like snippets of what like a certain dramas or not? I don't know. Or I can write down any, I guess, because you can, this is more than 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 boxes for each of the section. So essentially I can do like a Monday to Sunday for like my meals or for my health stuff. I can even divide it by 2. So it's very versatile as well. I like to track things very particularly, so this really works when there's a planner that's easy to customize. So I'm going to be using that for next year, and put the tablet back. But this one includes this as well, January to March, which I'm not sure what to use just yet, but they do have a monthly as well, and the monthly is very close to the weekly, which I really like. So actually I might do like a little, you know, flag now that the monthly is not all in the front, so just easier for me to look back on if I need to plan and stuff. Because the way that I started using my monthly in the end of the year is actually plan some stuff. So I have this section in the beginning where I like to put in like what are things that I want to get done on that week. I started planning monthly, so I like that there's that section as well. I can put the focus stuff in here, and then it'll translate into the focus for each of the week as well. So that will be my planner for 2025. I am lucky enough to do a collaboration with Mostery with my cover. So I designed this, so it's so special to me that I get to design this. So I'm going to be using it next year. And yeah, there you go. So that's going to be my planner. I am still like kicking myself that I actually got to do this. And the Mostery people came back to me, and apparently there's 5 people out there that has my cover. Can you believe that? That actually I sold 5. Like I only know of 1 that got it. So if any of you got my cover from Yu Market, let me know, because I'm still kicking myself that 5 people actually wanted my cover. So yeah, that's still very special to me. I'll stop ranting about that, but that just is still so special that I get to do that, and actually some of you liked it enough to buy it. So that's a win for me. 5-year journal is also staying because it's a 5-year journal, right? It's not going to be just for that 1 year. So I'm going to have to design another 2026 sticker, and I'll just put it next to it. The way I'm going to do it is, I think I'm going to do it like counter, and what is it, clockwise. So if it starts here, it's going to be down here like that, and then go up, whereas this one is going to go up like that. Because the thing is, I don't want it to be the same space every time, so sometimes it's like whatever makes sense. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it clockwise. So that's my 5-year journal. So these are some new addition that I have this year. This is a very beautiful A5 cover from Me Plus that lovingly sent them to me to try, and I've been obsessed. I feel like I wasn't a fan of ring back then, but now that I'm using rings that are a bit tinier, it's actually very nice to use. I'm very, very impressed. But I've been starting to use this for my commonplace. So when I need to write down notes, it makes much more sense to be on an A5 to do notes, because there's so much more space. And then I did, like, you know, experimented with a few different types of paper just to figure things out. This one is an Aerofoil paper. I also realized that I actually like dividing it by 2 to write down. So I'm gonna figure out how I can do that without creasing it like this. And yeah, there's some notes. I also tried to make my own insert. I designed this as well because that has my logo, and I printed it on a TRP, but it jams my printer, so I don't think that works anymore. And these are some of, oh yeah, I started doing on a Midori paper as well, but I also find the grid a little bit too big, because like they do 5mm grid and I like 3.5 to 4 grid. So I might have to make my own inserts because I just like smaller grids. I'm still experimenting with stuff. This is my to-do list from one of my old work, but I really like it because, like, you know, it already has the numbers and stuff, and it happens to be A5, so I just punched it and put it in. So I'm still experimenting with this. I really want to get a divider so I can start dividing, like, this is the thing that I really like about this, for a commonplace. You can always, like, you can categorize it really easily with just dividers, right? And then you can move it around. If you filed it before as 2 different categories, and you just want to, like, you know, move it around, you want to change the category name and stuff like that, it's so easy to do because it's on rings, and you just, like, you know, move it around. So I think it's going to be really good with the rings. I'm also toying of getting another Bible size to carry around, because I want a little size to have my monthlies and maybe some notes and things like that. And this one I really don't want to bring out of the house because the color is so light, even though it's already destroyed, because when I get it from them, it's like not in a very nice quality, and it's like the leather is so crinkled and things like that. But yeah, if I want to take one around, I think I want something that's a little bit more durable and color maybe a bit darker than this. Not a bit, a lot darker than this. So for now, this is gonna still have all my, like, goal setting stuff. Make another vision board for 2026. So we'll see about that. Like I said before, I'm also going to be starting what is this? An insert just for kind of like day-to-day memory keeping kind of thing. And the thing that's good with something that's undated, it lets me just do it on days that I actually really want to write about or want to write about more, because the, like, general, like, boring stuff, I mean, like, general day-to-day, like, you know, the days that I don't really care about what happened, I didn't do much, can go in here. And then on days that it's a little bit a bigger day and lots of ephemeras and things like that, I can actually do it on a little insert on Travels Notebook. I'm actually so excited to be able to go back to a Travels Notebook, because I feel like for a few years I've been on these planners and I haven't been on my Travels Notebook so much. But I really want to get back into it, because it's my, like, first love from journaling is basically a Travels Notebook. So hopefully I'll be in my Travels Notebook a lot more next year. This one is one that my friend Maddie cut for me to an A6. It didn't have anything in it for a while, but right now I'm using it for This is like just a notebook where I just jot down things for marcsmellow and for like some of the to-dos I have to do. Like this is my stock list for the next market, and like basically just a notes journal. But ever since having it, I actually really like it because I don't know, it gives it a home instead of me just writing on like post-it notes and everything. So I actually really like this little one. It's A6 and it's perfect size, and that's why I like it. I'll just, you know, pop it in a cover, and I love the look of it. I'm also adding this one, which is a monthly planner from Muji. I got it because out of everything, I was actually going to get myself another travels notebook one, but this one is so, like, the price is really good. It's $5 for a monthly, and it's A6 size. And this one's going to be for my financial stuff because I just needed to know when I have to pay my bills, when I'm getting paid, when things need to be transferred in and out. So having one for this year was really helpful. So I committed to a small, just monthly planner, because monthly is all I need. I don't need any weekly for that. But I got a lot of empty like line paper, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna put in here. But essentially, really love that this is very affordable, and I can just use the monthly for that. So that's gonna live in here. Okay, so that's what my lineup is for next year. I don't know, did I add extra stuff? I think I added extra stuff, but like this, basically the one that is dated is only these three, and my finance monthly tracker, but that doesn't really count. So these are the only dated ones. The rest of this is occasional journal, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I won't go through all my travels notebook this time because I feel like there's not a lot of changes, and this video is already nearly 40 minutes, so I think this is probably more interesting than me going back to my travels notebook where it's like almost the same as last year. Should I do a quick one anyway? Because I don't know, maybe some of you didn't see my Techo kaigi from the last few years, and you would like to know what I usually do. Okay, I'll take you through it really quickly. Just some of them. I think I won't go through all of them. This is what I'm maintaining, which is a swatch of all the inks that I have, which is very helpful when I want to like fill up one of my pen with a new color. It's helpful to have these swatches handy. I also have this one, which is my ink swatch, and this one I usually take if I go out to my friends and when I know I'm gonna swatch ink, then I'll take this with me. And then I also have, this is my EDC, and I usually take it around to carry when I need to take notes and things like that. So it's mostly note stuff, and sometimes I put in some of my sticker book in here just so that I have some stickers if I need it. If you haven't watched the accordion, how to fit 5 travels notebook insert, and haven't heard of this accordion method, I 100% would suggest that you do, because this has been very life-changing for my ADC. I'll put the link down below, but basically I can put one in here and one at the back, and then have one of the sticker release in the middle as well. And the great thing about this is you can write it like this, right? But you can also write it like this. Look, you can write it like this, and then you get your stickers from here. So it's great. I love it so much. So that's that. My EDC. I'm gonna put all of them in here. I got this one to do my creative journaling stuff actually with this insert, but I haven't started it. I haven't had time. Everything's been so busy, so I really want to get back to that. This one is my black travels notebook, and it has this is my junk ephemera like insert. I just paste in things that I don't really want to like, you know, throw out. So that's really nice. Also have my daily Bible journal, which has not been written on for a while, which is fine. Like, this is why I didn't want to go through it in the beginning, because some of them are basically like haven't been written on for a while. I also have this, which is the this is the ink samples that I have. I was just swatching, because sometimes I like to get samples when I'm not sure about the color of, or if it's a little bit more expensive and I want to be 100% sure that I like a color before I get it. I get swatches. So these are some of the swatches that I actually got. And this one is a tea journal, which I like to write about some teas, because I did get this. What started this was I got a pack of 20 teas, and I want to be able to have them, like, when I try them, make sure I have like a write-up on each of them, so next time I want to buy it, I know which one to buy. It usually lives here basically, but I took it out because I was going out to meet some friends and I didn't want the two. I just wanted that one because we're swatching inks. So there you go, it's there. And then this Travels Hotel one has my whole my Happy Mail journal and my drama journal, which I haven't touched for ages, but it's there because I want to finish it. This one also nearly finished, so I guess I gotta buy some stationery haul to finish it up. But I haven't been, because I've been really trying to be good this year. And this one has my Travels Company official partner store stamps. I just like collecting those, so that sits there. And my collection journal, which this one has, it's a printable that I have in my shop as well. So this one just have a collection of my rubber stamps, and I just love the look of it. Even if it's not a collection book, it just looks like little artworks. So I really like having that as well. And this is probably the latest regular Travels notebook that I have, that my friend Steph got me when she was in Japan, and it has my favorites journal. And this one is the one that I started doing, which is like, you know, I started doing the favorites again, even though I fell off it quite a bit. I quite miss this insert because I get to be quite creative in here, so I might start it up again. For my passport travels notebook, this is my EDC slash like wallet, so it has like a lot of the stuff. It has pockets for money and things like that. I think I have some coins in here if I'm not wrong, but I'm not going to go through it because there's a video taking you through this, which I will link down below. I'm going to link you so many videos, because every time I talk about something, it's like something that I've talked about before, so I was like, I will link the video down below kind of thing. But this one also has my minimalist journal, because once upon a time I was trying to become more minimalist, even though my 5-year journal, I feel like it's a little bit way more minimalist than what I usually do. So kind of moot point, but I still keep it there anyway. And this one keeps track of what's being inked on some of my pens. Just really love this color of the red, the new TN red. It's so striking and lovely. And look at how cute this Norige is. I got it from one of my artist friend here in Sydney, and she sells this, and it's just the cutest little thing. I love having it there. So there you go. That's all the journals, and that's all the TNs that I have. These are all for 2026, so you'll probably see this very often in my channel. I will sometimes go through this if it makes sense. Let me know what you're excited about in any of this journal. Let me know if you want a video of any of the journal, or if you want more videos. Oh, I spit on that, didn't I? Or if you want more videos of a certain type of journal, because I'm happy to film those for you guys, and if that's something you guys want, I'm happy to indulge you all in some journaling content. So it's I talked for nearly 50 minutes now. I probably should stop. But thank you so much for letting me ramble at you about all these journals and why it works, why it doesn't work, and what I'm going to do next year. I'm curious to know about your Techo kaigi. So do tell me, like, if you already have your Techo kaigi sorted out. I hope the printable or the Notion guide is useful. And yeah, let me know if you have any content ideas or if what's in your Techo kaigi for next year. And that's all for today. I will see you next week for another video. Until then, stay safe, take care, and stay creative. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.